Hello.
Hello, how you going?
Good, thank you. Come on in.
Thank you.
Take a seat.
Thank you.
It's Jacinda, right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's me.
Nice to meet you. My
to
name's
meet you.
Harry.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a social worker here at QUT.
Awesome.
How'd you find getting here today?
Yeah, it was okay. I've never actually been to this building before, hey?
Yeah, it's a new building, yeah.
Right, but the ladies at the front desk were so nice.
Oh, they are super nice. They make my job a lot easier here.
I can imagine.
So, before I get into our session today, I just want to talk to you about confidentiality.
Sure.
Do you know anything about that?
Look, briefly, but I haven't really got a full idea of what it is.
That's fine, okay. So, confidentiality is basically anything you and I talk about today will stay between you and I. So, I might take notes throughout the session. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, of course, no problem.
That would be just if you say something that I find important and I want to come back to at some point.
Yeah, sure.
And even all that will stay completely between you and I. And it also means if I see you in public, I won't approach you. You're more than welcome to approach me. If you do
Sure.
approach me, I won't say how I know you. I'll leave that completely up to you.
Okay, right.
It also means that if you want to tell someone about this session, you're completely free to do that.
Cool.
So does that make sense to you?
Yeah, sure.
There are also limitations regarding the confidentiality,
Okay.
which is about whether I feel like you're gonna hurt yourself or
Okay.
maybe even hurt someone else. That's when I may have to breach it.
Sure thing.
But if I do that, I will have a chat to you about that and let you know so we can both work through that together.
Yeah, sure.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm a social worker at QUT, like I said before. Basically, my job here is to talk to students like yourself about any problems they're experiencing. It doesn't just have to be about school problems.
Yeah,
it could
sure.
be about anything in the outside world.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, definitely.
So I guess my first question is, how are you hoping that I can help you today?
Just at the moment, just with uni work and everything going on in my life, I'm just getting like super overwhelmed and stressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about the stress you're feeling and what it's relating to specifically?
Yeah, I guess it's like I understand that it gets like really stressful, like towards this part of the semester, but I just like don't feel on top of things that I normally do.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess it's just like to the point where I just don't know what to do anymore.
It's definitely at that part of the semester where everything is due. It's week 11 for you guys, isn't it? So,
yeah, pretty much.
I can imagine everything kind of is happening at once.
Yeah, I've got like an essay due at the end of the week that I like literally haven't even started, and then 2 exams next week, and then 1 other assignment straight after those exams
That
too.
sounds really stressful.
Yeah, it is.
So it's mostly about the assessment which is due and those getting in on those dates.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, pretty much. And it's like normally I just feel like I've got a bit of an idea, but this semester's just been so different, and I just it's at the point where I just when you just get so stressed that you're not even doing anything, you know, and it's just that overwhelming feeling that you can't even like start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I guess that's just what I've been coping with. Hey.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing that you're here today.
Coping with.
Yeah, well, you're here today, and I think that's the main thing. That's the first step in the right direction. So, well done for coming here.
Yeah, it was just such. Sorry, I'm actually late. I had
That's
to
completely
drive my
fine.
sister to school, so.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
what are you actually studying at university?
I study communications.
Oh, nice. And how are you finding that?
Yeah, it's actually really good. There's a lot of great people in the degree, which is, and all of our teachers are so nice as well. So,
Everyone here is very nice, aren't they?
Yeah. I find in these sort of like with like social work people, so nursing people, like communication and that generally that's the same sort of vibe. Everyone's just like really open and honest with each other, I guess.
It's a lovely environment. Yeah. So what year are you in at university?
I'm in second year, second semester.
So you've had a little bit of experience beforehand.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the first semester, maybe how you were coping back then.
Yeah, start of the year, I guess like compared to last year, first year was just a bit of a punch in the face, like, you
Yeah.
know, coming from high school and then just like working for a bit and then going straight into uni, and I was just like, tried to get on top of things and that. But actually at the start of the year, I was going like pretty good with my grades. I got them up from like fives to maybe like 6.5, like even close to
It's
sevens.
really good.
Yeah, and I guess that's part of the reason why I'm like coming back here is because this semester is just completely different to last, and I just like, yeah, just like my grades are pretty much slipping.
Okay, so you found that your grades are getting a little bit worse than they were initially when you started university, is that correct?
Yeah, even just like from last semester.
Mm,
Yeah.
it must be really frustrating. I'm wondering about your friends here at university. Do you have many friends here?
Yeah, actually, there's a couple people that we all like started first year in the orientation classes together, and we've all managed to like keep contact throughout the degree, which has been really good. But I guess this semester it's been a bit different. I just like haven't really been to a lot of my classes as much. I've been just like watching the lectures online, but I just find that I'm not really getting the time to actually be present in the tutorials and stuff as well.
I can imagine that would be really hard to not actually be there and communicating in person.
Especially in a communications degree. It's like I feel like I'm just a hypocrite, like not
Yeah.
actually going in, but it's like I just don't know where to prioritize things in my life at the moment, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm sure everyone understands, and there's probably a lot of other people that are in the same position as you, so I don't want you to be too hard on yourself in regards to that.
Yeah, thank you.
Um,
Yeah.
have you spoken to your friends about this to see if they're kind of experiencing anything similar?
Um, to be honest, like, not really. Like,
Okay.
I mean, I guess it's like the casual, you know, when you walk past someone, hey, how's it going? Like, oh, you know, stress, oh, same. But it's not like going really in depth about, like,
Yeah.
this is what's going on in my life. Like, you know, can you give me help? Or can you show me what you think the assignment's going to be like? Or, you know, it's not really. They're all really supportive, but I just haven't really opened up to. This is actually my first time really coming in to sort of talk about myself in like the last like probably 2-3 years that I've actually felt like, oh, you know, maybe I should help myself, you
Well,
know.
it's great that you're here because I know it can be hard talking to someone, especially when you're not used to it, especially a stranger as well. I
Yeah.
would struggle with that as well. So good job.
Thank you.
So you mentioned that in the past year your grades have kind of slipped. I'm wondering if there's anything that stopped your grades from maintaining the same grades that you were.
Yeah, sure. I guess it's pretty much just been work. Like that's been the big factor.
Okay.
Like I just work retail, but I've been working there the longest actually out of all my colleagues.
Okay.
But so pretty much one of the girls, she just like quit on the spot like a couple days ago, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, actually, sorry, it was longer than a couple days ago now. It probably would have been like a week and a bit ago.
Okay.
Yes, you pretty much just like said to the manager like I'm out, and the manager just gave me all of her shifts. So
Wow.
yeah, I was just working part time, but like now it's just increased.
I can imagine that would be a lot, especially with your uni load on top of that. I'm sorry, I didn't ask you about your uni. You were studying part-time or full-time?
Full time.
Full-time, so it's especially a lot. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. And it's like I get probably like 35 plus hours, like probably 35 hours now with this new shift. So it's like full-time work and full-time study, it feels like.
Not enough time in the week, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly. Hence why I'm here, you know.
So in the past, before your hours actually increased, did you enjoy your job?
Yeah, I mean, for retail,
Yeah.
all the other girls that work there and the one guy that works there too, we're all students pretty much.
Okay.
So it's all been that sort of part-time, younger sort of vibe in the store. So yeah, I did enjoy work. It's like, I mean, you know, work's work, but when you have a lot of nice people around and it's like, it's only part-time too, so it's just like little shifts here and there, so you can sort of get through the day.
That sounds like a really positive atmosphere to be around in.
Yeah, definitely. Nice group of people.
Especially when everyone's kind of going through uni as well, you can kind of relate to them a lot better. I imagine.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
That's really good. So you mentioned that your hours have increased. Has anything else changed at work? Has the different type? Has there been like different types of work that you've had to kind of take on board as well?
Yeah, well, I mean, when I had to pick up the hours, I guess things got like a bit, just because now I have to go into work so much more, I don't really feel like I'm socializing as well with the other girls.
Okay.
You know, it's like, but also, you know, it's not just my work life, it's like, it's my home life too. I pretty much have to drive my little sister as well, like to and from school. So that's like, and she literally goes to school on the other side of Brisbane. So that's why I was late this morning actually. So
Right.
yeah, so that's just like, I feel like I have to do a lot of tasks for my little sister in the family. Yeah.
That sounds like that would be a lot to handle as well. I'll get back to that later, the family part, because I think that's
Yeah.
really important.
Yeah,
But,
sure.
More about the work.
Yeah.
Has it caused any tension in your workplace, this increase of work?
Yeah, like I said before, it was just really like, now that I've picked up these sort of hours, it's just been, you know, before it was like really casual because I was getting less hours and like we were all sort of it was all even. But now that I have more, I feel like the girls, you know, might be thinking like, oh, why does she get more and we don't, or
Okay.
whatever. So to me, it was just like, I was actually really surprised that like I just got given all of the girl that quits hours. Like they should have just spread it out evenly. Like no one really asked me.
Okay, so there's no communication there.
Not really, hey.
That would be very frustrating. I can
Super
imagine.
frustrating.
Okay. Is there anyone there that you feel comfortable talking to about this increase in hours?
Yeah, like my manager, like she's really nice, you know, and I've actually been working there the longest, so she's super understanding, which is
Okay.
really good.
Well, that's good. You've got someone that you feel really comfortable talking to.
Yeah.
So you mentioned before that you have to take your sister to school.
Yeah.
Are you close to your family?
Really close.
Oh,
Yeah. So pretty much it's just my mum and my sister at home. My dad actually died 2 years ago.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
That's okay, no worries. But I guess yeah, ever since that happened, it's just been, my mum actually doesn't drive, so
Okay.
yeah, you can imagine with Poppy, my little sister, I drive her to and from work, like to her sports training, all that stuff. Or I said work, to school. Yeah, to her sports training, to, you know, all her, you know, sleepovers, whatever. So it's like, it's a lot of shit that I have to do with her, and it's like I love her to bits. I love my mum to bits, but I think my mum isn't just like, even though it was 2 years ago, she's just still not fully in that headspace that like to get back into life as much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
years can be it can seem like a long time, but I guess when something that heavy happens, it can take its toll.
Definitely, and it's like I always have moments too where I just miss him so much. We all do, but you know, for mum, it's like that's her life partner, you know, and it was, and she just like, she's pretty sad like a lot of times, which sucks. But I just feel like, you know, I'm trying to just be strong for them.
Yeah, it seems like you really care and you're taking this on.
Definitely,
Yeah.
I love my mum so much, and it's like it's just not fair seeing what she goes through, you know.
So, just what you've been saying, I've got the impression that you live with your mum and your sister. Is that right?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
So we only live like 20 minutes away from here, which is really good, like, 'cause it's easy for me to get to, but for some reason I'm still not getting here, you know, because of Poppy and because of work.
Like
Yeah, literally that.
You're a carpool.
Yeah, I'm a taxi,
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, I just wanted to say, you're coping very well, regardless, like, when you think about everything you're going through and everything that's on your plate at the moment, I feel like you're coping very well.
Thank you.
So you should be proud of yourself in regards to that, definitely.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, because it just like, sometimes it just feels like I'm really not. And that's why I'm here, I think. Yeah, struggling.
So, do you have a close relationship with your mum where you talk to your mum about these responsibilities that you feel like you have?
To be honest, not really. Hey, like, if I could be really honest with you, it's like I don't even feel like I've had an in-depth conversation with my mum
Okay.
since Dad passed away. Like, obviously, when it all happened, you know, we're all there for each other and that, but I just feel like immediately I had to step up.
Okay.
You know, I had to take Dad's responsibilities, you know, be there for Poppy, you know, and just like, I feel like I'm sort of putting on a bit of a mask, you know, to say everything's fine, but no, I don't think I spoke, like, trying to actually vocalise what's been going on with, like, to my mum.
It can be a hard thing to talk about,
Yeah.
especially a topic like that, and when you know it's hurting your mum so much, it might be
Yeah.
a struggle to initiate that conversation. So I can understand why you haven't spoken about it. I
Yeah.
can really understand. I guess in regards to support networks, do you have any other support networks, or even things you like to do
Yeah.
as enjoyment?
Yeah, so I used to play netball pretty
Okay.
avidly. Yeah, I used to play like, well, before Dad passed away, it was like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, pretty much like 4 days a week. And I was like playing just like a social indoor team with my mum
Okay.
as well, and that was just like, we just had so much fun. So I guess, yeah, netball was like a massive part of my life. And then, I mean, I was actually still, after what happened with Dad, Mum didn't want to play anymore, which is like, you know, as you would assume. But then I was still playing with the girls, but then like in this last semester alone, like now with the job, I was only playing once a week for the last couple months, but now I've had to completely stop that as well. Yeah.
It sounds, just listening to you talk about netball, it seems that you really, really enjoy it. I just see your face light up
Yeah.
and you're kind of energetic when you're talking about it.
Yeah, definitely. It's like those girls have like we've just been played in rep together since we were like 12.
Okay.
You know, so we all, like, obviously some people have gone and changed clubs or whatever, but like we've all, like, they were there for me when Dad died. Like, we're all like pretty solid, but I just like don't really have the time anymore to see them. They're all still there for me, but you know, it's just different.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got too much on your plate to concentrate on netball, which is a real shame.
Yeah, it is a shame. I miss it so much. It's only been a couple months, but it's just like it's so natural, you know, something that you do from when you're young.
Definitely, especially if
Yeah.
you made these connections as well. I'm curious, do you still talk to your netball mates?
I mean, yes and no. I guess in the last couple months, like, we all have like a Facebook chat that we all chat in, and like they all go out like pretty much every second week. We go for like drinks and that, but I haven't done that in yonks, so yeah, I guess I don't really talk to them as much, but I know that they're sort of still there for me.
Okay. So, just reflecting on everything that you've told me, I feel as though I might have a few suggestions for you.
Sure.
If you're open to them, if you don't want to, take them aboard, that's completely fine. But it seems to me that time is a big issue for you, and it might be influencing a lot of different aspects in your life.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I just feel there's not enough time in the day. And then when I do have like a tiny period of free time, it's like I'm just knackered. Like, I just want to go to sleep or just like scroll pointlessly on my phone and not have to think about anything, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the main issue that you came in here for was your stress due to university work. Is that right?
Yeah, it's like this assessment that's due the end of the week, I haven't got a start on at all. And I literally, on the way in, I walked past like two other students that's in the class for it, and I was like, how you guys going? And they're like, oh, just up to doing the reference list and just touching up on things. So like, I'm just like screaming on the inside, like, shit, like I've missed so much.
That's probably the last thing you want to hear, I imagine, when you
It's
started.
the worst thing. It's like they were saying, you know, other people, and I was like, oh, how's everyone else going in the class? And they're like, oh yeah, like it seems to be a relatively, you know, easy, flowy assignment to do.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here thinking like, I've read the task sheet and it confused the hell out of me. But it's like, that's the thing, because I'm not going to the classes, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
So, in regards to addressing this issue of your stress, I think it might be beneficial to look at different ways we can make more time for you to concentrate in university, and I think that could really impact your your state of being right now.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, completely.
Work seems to be the one thing that is. You said 35 hours. Is that right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Around that point, hey.
It seems to be taking
Ridiculous.
up a lot of time in your life.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you were close to your manager.
Yeah.
How would you feel about asking your manager to maybe cut down on your shifts? How would you feel about cutting down on your shifts, first of all?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, to me, it was just such a question. Like, why did she give me all those hours? You know, like, I just didn't get that. Like, we can all do the tasks, right? Why is it just focused on me?
Yeah.
You know, so I just like, I've never really been able to comprehend why she did that. But I guess I could talk to her.
Would you feel comfortable talking to her?
Yeah.
I think it could be beneficial, and it might be one of those things where she doesn't actually realise that you didn't want the hours.
Yeah.
So I think if you cut down on your shifts at work, it would help that aspect of your life regarding your university assessment.
Yeah, she probably doesn't realise actually.
Yes, I think that's something that we could look into doing.
Yeah.
It could really help you.
Yeah.
And in doing that, it might actually give you some spare time to play your sports, get back into your Netflix.
Yeah, that would be actually awesome. Even if it was just once a week, like, exercising is just so good for your health, like for your mental health too.
It definitely is.
Yeah. And I guess, like, actually, now that you mentioned, like, she probably doesn't even realise about the hours, I was just thinking, like, you know, she's been there since my dad died, and she realised that, you know, we don't have the main source of income in the family. So, so she was probably just giving me the hours just, like, you know, thinking that I'd want them, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense, hey?
Yeah, well, it sounds like you've got this close connection to her. You actually, like, talking to you just for this brief amount of time, I've noticed that you've got a lot of great support networks. You've got your friends at university.
Yeah.
You've got your manager at work and your other work colleagues that you're getting along really well with, and then you've got your family.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've got a lot of great support networks.
Yeah, actually, now that you put it that way, I have so many good people in my life, but it's like, you know, when you get stressed, you just sort of block that out, hey?
It can be hard to focus on the good when there's something really stressful on your mind.
Yeah.
I can totally relate to that. And another thing I was thinking about, how would you feel about talking to your mum about the responsibilities that you have at home?
Yeah, like, I guess, like, the first thing, I just don't want to stress her out too much, but I think, I'm obviously spending the most time with Poppy because I'm driving her to and from school, I'm making her lunch, I'm taking her to sport, you know, because Mum's just been sort of at home a lot. And it's like, Poppy's going into grade 7 now, so it's like, I honestly think that she's old enough to catch public transport, but I guess I haven't really said that to my mum yet. But even if it was just a couple days a week and I drove the other days, if I had like work in the afternoon or something.
That sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah.
It might even be an option to talk to Poppy about it. If she's going into year 7, because she might actually want that sense of independence.
Yeah, true. I used to catch the train when I think I was in like grade 8 or 9. I used to love just being with my mates on the train, playing music and stuff. Yeah, okay. I should probably talk to Mum then.
That sounds like a really good idea, and I think it could be very beneficial. You also mentioned that you've got an assignment due this week, is that right?
Yeah, end of the week, 2,000-word essay that I haven't started or been to half of the classes for this semester.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
Very stressful. I can remember being at university myself, and I definitely do not envy you.
Yeah, pretty much. It sucks.
What I can actually offer you right now, if you would like, is an extension. Have you thought about maybe getting an extension for this?
I've actually never really understood the process of it, and it's like I didn't realise. Like, can you just offer me that extension?
Well, I can give you a reference letter.
Okay.
Which you can apply online for the extension.
Okay,
and
right.
You can use that reference letter, and it might get you approved. Yeah.
So does this justify? Because I've always thought that extensions were just for people that like went into hospital or got a bit sick or like. I never really thought that I was really worthy of one.
But after talking to you for this session, I definitely do feel like you are you would qualify for an extension.
Okay.
So when we finish up here, I'll write that for you, and
Sure.
I'll go through how to, to apply for the extension.
Yeah.
And maybe in the meantime, if you could try to attempt to get a little bit of your assignment done, just in case you don't get approved, but hopefully you will.
Okay.
Does that sound alright?
Yeah, just to submit something. That makes sense.
Well, it's been great meeting you. I might just summarise everything that we've gone over today, because I feel like we've gone over a lot of information.
Yeah, heaps. Yeah, go ahead, please.
So we've identified your main issue is stress you're experiencing regarding university, and we've also looked into the different factors that are kind of influencing that issue, that stress. Work is one of them, it seems to be. Maybe your responsibilities with your family
Definitely.
could be another one.
Yeah.
And I think we've spoken about getting back into the netball, which you love.
Yeah.
I think that could be really beneficial to that stress that you're experiencing.
Sure.
So we've gone over a lot of topics which have been really, really great. I hope you've enjoyed this session.
Yeah, I've never actually spoken so openly about this
You've done a
stuff.
great job.
Literally in 2 years, I just haven't felt the need, but
Well, you've done a
Thank you.
fantastic job, and I know that you feel very overwhelmed.
yeah, but it's, at the same time, even though it's I've felt so stressed, this just vocalizing it to you has just taken, and knowing about the extension too, I didn't even realize I could apply for that. So that's just taken a massive weight off my shoulders.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I don't know how you would feel, but I'd really like to see you again at some point. Maybe next week sometime, if that suits you, just to catch up on how things are going.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, after the my second exam, I have a couple days, so
Okay.
yeah, that should be alright.
Well, I'll get the ladies at the front desk to book you into one day next week, if that suits you. if that's
Okay, sure.
And we can catch up and everything and make sure you're on the right track, and hopefully you're feeling a little less stressed.
Yeah. With the letter, will I just wait for an email or something about that? Or?
Yeah, I'll take you to the ladies at the front desk right now, and
Okay.
yeah, I'll send you the email after our session is over.
Yeah, sweet.
They'll talk to you about how to apply for it and stuff.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you. It was nice to meet you.
You too, and I'll see you sometime next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
Sweet as. Thank you so much.
Alright.
See you later.